Okay. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Comix Podcast. Hi, I'm Mighty Mosby, and to my left is Andres.
Howdy.
And then we got Mob Stash, aka Ash. We got us a quick show tonight. I'm not the host. I'm going to introduce the host, but before I introduce our host, which is Andres, I just want to say we got some good topics going. We're going to talk about the ending from Inception. For a long time, there's been a question around it, like, was it a dream? Was it not? Well, it turns out Christopher Nolan's got the last word.
I heard he used to read Word Up magazine. No?
No.
Terrible.
Yeah, that was awful.
Mattel's got some news. Apparently, they were like, Barbie's great, so let's make more of these. Xbox does some promoting for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles in a really quirky way. Twitter is getting rebranded in a way that nobody asked for.
Or wants or cares.
The Boys is getting a spinoff. And Transformers Rise of the Beast is actually making its move to Paramount Plus for those of you who didn't have time to go to the theater. So before we get too deep into the show, I just want to take a minute and say, shout out to all of you that check in and watch with us each week and listen to our shows. We just want to say thank you for being with us and thank you for leaving comments. If you haven't yet, like, subscribe, follow us on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram. We're on Twitch. We've got a new stream that we're doing, playing video games. You might have caught us this week playing Shredder's Revenge. I was kicking ass as Leonardo because, I roll like that. And as per usual, it costs it costs you guys nothing, but it means everything to us. So stick with us. We're here for you guys. Andres?
Thank you so much for that awesome intro, Mosby. You should have just handled the show.
I was last week.
So here's all of us. As you can see, the three of us, and this is another show. Thanks for joining us. Like Mosby said, we appreciate all of you guys. We'll get to the comments next week, since it's a light cast today. We'll just go into our topics, do a quick hitter as much as possible, and get out. We just appreciate you guys being along on the ride with us. So first topic, Mosby, what do you got?
First topic, the Inception ending is confirmed by Nolan. He gave us an answer on whether it's a dream or not.
So before we go into the actual findings, Ash, what do you think? Was it a dream or not?
I remember the top, and then I remember he was walking out and the top's still spinning or whatever.
It had that wobble.
Yeah. And I think it was a one-time view that I always meant to go back to. I'm gonna go with no.
But no, it's not real. It's a dream.
No. Oh, sorry. That it is real. I thought it was what.
Got
it
it.
is real.
You're saying it was real. I say dream. I really? Yeah.
Is that the initial feeling you got when watching the movie?
Yes, because I was like, it just ended too neatly, wrapped up in a nice little bow with everyone getting what they needed. And I was like, no, there's no way. It's a Christopher Nolan film. No way. So that wobble, when the thing started wobbling, I was like, it's a dream.
So I thought it was real when I first saw it. At least maybe that's me hoping it was real. But yeah, I kind of felt that it was real. Mm-hmm. So, what do you think the answer was? Do you have it, Mose or Ash?
I can get it.
No, so I have it here. It says 13 years later, Christopher Nolan is still being hounded with the question about it, and apparently he was saying that it doesn't matter. He doesn't care what you think it's what it is. So,
what a cop out! What a cop out!
He would go into saying how he would sneak into theaters and like just sit for the endings, and he could hear like people's groans of frustration and yeah.
What a jerk. He's just like, suffer. It'll always be ambiguous. Boo-ha-ha. Like, why?
I think that's what it should be, right? I mean, who the fuck cares what the actual answer is? It's whatever it is towards you.
Yeah, the movie was cool either way. Definitely introduced interesting topic and stellar casting and just kick-ass acting. Oh man, I
Just
was
like the cinematography
so
and
good.
shots, and dude, that
Yeah.
I know we didn't put it on the list, but has anyone seen Oppenheimer yet?
No.
I think Luis saw it and I saw it, and Luis didn't give it the. I'll let him explain his. I saw it, and so if you don't like long movies, you probably should not fucking go watch it in the theater.
Just going at it again.
But I really enjoyed it. And I'm not the biggest Nolan like honk out there. I look from his Batman trilogy. That third one I thought was like absolute dog shit, and I was surprised how many people fucking loved it.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
It felt like he was like had to put out a movie to me, and he did it, and this was just him being done with it. So after that, I kind of was like down on his work, but fucking Oppenheimer, so good. Like from the acting to the story to like the cinematography. That is a fucking good movie. That's probably
what is the shit? Okay, is it because Barbie and that are the number one movies? Like, why is it every fucking Instagram thing is that versus Barbie?
I think it's just because there's like two premiere movies that have been out and they're both doing really well, and it's been a while since like the movies hasn't been going off like that for a while. Well, maybe this is like it being back, and these are like two strong movies. That's what I'm getting from it.
There's a conspiracy theory online that they put them out they released them on the same movie day because the Bomb and the Barbie were released the same day in history.
I didn't know about that at all. So that's
the conspiracy theory. I don't know if it's true. Let's get Snopes in here on the line. Not sure how true it is, but somebody was posting it that they were both released in July 1945 on the same day. So they did it again in 2023.
So that'll be my recommendation for this episode, to go see that movie in the theater, because you won't get the full effect of it at home. And I didn't go to one of the two theaters in LA that's showing the full IMAX version like it's supposed to. I just went to like an XD screening, which is one of the larger screens. But it is fucking worth it. Just the.
Is it a 3-hour bummer?
Seriously.
3-hour bummer? No, it's not a bummer. It is suspenseful. Like it's suspenseful all the way through, and he builds the atmosphere really good. And just the score to it actually like lends a lot to it. So it's
what about all the controversy around the movie though? There's a lot of controversy.
Well,
so like the controversy was just like there's no acknowledgement of the Japanese people, and
100%.
And then there's no acknowledgement of the people in New Mexico and all of them that when they practiced the first one in America before they did send it to Japan. Lots of people ended up with cancer, poisoned rainwater, things of that nature. It's just been a lot of tension around, like, once again, they're like Hollywood is kind of glorifying the white man hero in the movie. And then
I don't disagree with that to an extent, but also you do kind of get the sense to where I came out with it. Like there's stuff where he like, and I'm sure, yes, he's the white dude and the hero, and it's a hero of the movie where you get his side of view.
Yeah.
It does seem like he was used by our government and he was doing it for the Germans. Well, our government was actually trying to use it against the Russians at the time, the Soviets. But yeah, it doesn't go into the death of the Japanese and Korean people at all. And it doesn't go into the victims of it. The interesting thing about it is the day, well, when you see the movie, it goes through the day where they actually tested it in New Mexico, and you could see like a storm going on, and they don't broach the fact that the general who was in charge, and the general is played by Matt Damon, and they told him not to do it because there was a storm going on, and that storm was going to kick the radiation across, and he wanted it done. So they went ahead and did it like in a 2-hour gap where it wasn't raining. Oh, wow. But you get to see that part. The movie's good, and I'm as pretty far left as you can get. I still enjoyed the movie, even though there are its flaws. Yeah, it didn't go into stuff, but you got to go in knowing that it's not going to be Yeah.
documentary. It's just a
Yeah.
movie. Yeah.
Fair enough.
So go watch it.
Go watch it. That's Andres' recommendation for the week is Oppenheimer.
All right. What's our next topic,
You
Mosby?
guys have a beverage in your hands.
I do. Ashy.
Rick
Good.
says, yeah.
I'm drinking a fancy Capitan. Instead of an El Capitan, I'm calling it a fancy Capitan because it's bourbon instead of whiskey.
Fanciness. Cheers. I just had a
Slancha.
beer. Slancha.
Ash taking shots as per usual. Good old Ash.
Ash just shooting his Evan
I
Williams.
gotta stop doing sugar because the doctor said I was pre-diabetic.
Oh God. Oh no. I shouldn't laugh.
No sugar.
It's like, you know what alcohol is converted to when you ingest it, right?
No, shut up.
Yeah.
I gave up soda and I'm doing alcohol.
You gotta switch to clear liquor. You gotta become a gin
I have
man.
tequila in there. I have
You
tequila in there.
could be like my wife. Instead of mixing her alcohol, she doesn't drink beer anymore. So instead of mixing alcohol with like soda, she'll mix it with like the seltzers. So those
The White Claws.
gin.
Real
Yeah.
more
I've
alcohol.
been doing nothing but water, so yeah, that would taste probably better.
I do like to mix. I like to mix the bourbon in with like a flavored sparkling water every now and then. Very refreshing. Very.
Gin and that would go well as well.
Yep. Gin and lime water. Absolutely. Drink recommendations. Okay,
So
next topic. Mattel and DC Comics have been chit-chatting it up. Warner Brothers is saying, you know what we would like to do? Make more money. So apparently, Mattel plans on making several more toy-based movies after the $500 million success of Barbie.
I would love to go to Mosby first because I went to Ash previously, but Ash is shaking his head over there. So let's see what Ash has to say.
That frown.
That's how the Transformers thing happened. That's how fucking Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. They never break ground. They always do this. That makes money. Let's do another one. And then they, much like Home Alone 3, 4, 9,000, they start to fucking give less money to make more money, and then it begins to suck because the story sucks. It's just stupid. Transformers 1 was okay, but then it just slow decline.
Story-wise, it was okay for sure, but it was awesome when we saw our characters in the big screen.
You didn't want to see Robot Heaven? You weren't excited to see robots in heaven?
No. I'm saying I was in the theater and I was all in, and you know what I'm saying more is like they kind of, well, we're going into Transformers, but you know, like they gave us the fucking Optimus Prime death way too fucking early just to get it over with.
And then bring it right back real quick.
Yeah. They didn't even give us the it's the whole thing. But it's just I don't know. Again, it's just studios going, that made money, let's do another one. And then trying to figure out how to do less and get more.
Get more? Yeah, that's all.
Yeah.
Laying the groundwork. They've been kind of laying the groundwork for opening up. So basically what Mattel is saying is that they want to create a universe. They're trying to get into universe business. So it started with Transformers, and then, spoiler alert for anyone who hasn't seen the latest Transformers, we know we're getting some G.I. Joe action. So G.I. Joe's a movie they plan on making. What if I told you they plan on making an Uno movie? How about a Magic 8-Ball movie?
That just sounds terrible.
I feel like the Magic 8-Ball movie would be like a Jumanji type of thing.
That's exactly what I'm expecting. Like someone's like, come on, Magic 8-Ball, and just gets into a bunch of misadventures as a result. Like, should I go left or right? You know? Just like this Magic.
I had a couple things for you before we move on, Mosby, since you were all happy about Robot Heaven. Do you prefer, have you seen Pacific Rim?
Yes.
So is Pacific Rim better than Transformers, or is Transformers better?
And I'm going to tell you why this is difficult for me, because you would think it wouldn't be, but it actually is.
It's not for me.
because the kaijus were so like the robots fighting the kaijus were badass. I can't pretend them fight scenes weren't what they were.
Dude, that movie is like
So
criminally
good.
I get
love
made like I have a friend and my brother, they laugh at me that I love that movie. I was like, how the fuck can you hate a robot, a giant robot fighting a giant fucking
Japanese
space
dudes, they had
monster?
an extra sword here and an extra sword there, and then one sword had blades around it. Like I was like, come on, man.
That movie is so fucking awesome. Like that is an underrated movie that
It
doesn't
really
get love.
is.
The second
I
one
don't know.
was whatever. I'll forgive the second one. That first one hit like a motherfucker.
It did, and Idris Elba's amazing ass speech. Come on, I was ready to jump into one of the machines myself at the
Hell
end.
yeah.
But I
Go-
can't pretend
Go
that I
do that
didn't like
drift.
Optimus Prime riding on the T-Rex either. That shit was badass as well.
I just
think
wish
I
they
have
had
that.
better. If they had better, if they, I think is they don't care because they know they'd make money, right? So it's like
I want to watch.
why shoot your load off on getting good writing when people are just there to watch fucking robots in a mess and they'll pay to go see it.
Speaking of robots, Mattel's gonna make a Rock'em Sock'em robot movie. Rock'em Sock'em.
Didn't they have that movie with Real Steel with what's his face?
I thought that's what Real Steel was as well.
It's Rock'em Sock'em Robots.
It was Rock. That's exactly what I called it for years too. Did you see the Rock'em Sock'em robot movie? That's exactly what I called it. Dang, Hugh Jackman. Shout out to Hugh Jackman in Real Steel. Nice callback, Andres.
So and in regards to that's all anybody's doing now is making fucking universes who would put their shit out there. The thing that's a bummer is I lost that article. There was another CEO for another company saying that they're not going to release anime that isn't tied to an IP. So like an existing for like a motion picture. So it wasn't Disney, so no worries there. It was like it was either Paramount. It wasn't WB. It was one of the other movie theaters. So maybe like the CEO of Paramount. And it's like, all right, like, does everything have to have existed beforehand? There can't be anything original. Even if it's animation, I'm sure there is a bunch of fucking stories that are worth like making a film out of that people could go. And just because people haven't heard of it, like that's what you make fucking trailers for, right? To grab people's attention.
Ooh.
I think though there's been original movies. You know, people complain about comic book movies and blah blah blah. It doesn't involve acting. Like it's people that are just fucking ridiculous. But there have been, they just don't catch the eye like an Oppenheimer. You know what I mean? Like it hasn't. There's been a ton of movies, and then all of a sudden, like in 2 weeks, it's out of theaters and on fucking whatever. A lot of it is after COVID. If you just wait a little bit of time, it's going to be on a streaming service that we pay for anyway.
Yep, very true.
It's the going to get popcorn. It's the fucking actually going and spending, you know, the whatever money. And then there's the
Bucks minimum, $60 minimum for one person.
yes, yes. It's all that just to see the movie that's going to be out in 2 weeks. But
right, one good month, and you're streaming it.
But as a word of mouth thing, once like Oppenheimer, never heard it, didn't know it was coming out, wasn't waiting for it, and then all of a sudden all these memes, and it's like, okay, so word of mouth, it's making it the new, you know, go see this fucking movie. You know what I mean? But there hasn't been. They've been releasing a bunch of new stuff, and that's why they are all like, oh, that works, to do it again. And then they're gonna lose like Ryan Gosling in by the third one, and then they're gonna lose Margot Robbie, and they're gonna throw in some fucking younger chick, and that's gonna be Skipper, and it's just gonna go bad. It's just always gonna go bad.
Skipper was, but can we go back to you knowing who Skipper is? Good for you.
I am old.
Did you have girl cousins? Is that what it is?
I do have girl cousins.
How did you know what Skipper was? Even my little sister had her little Skipper. And remember the baby was Kelly. Oh,
I also know my buddy and kid sister.
Kid sister.
Kid sister.
Exactly.
Kid sister.
I know my shit.
And me.
Right? I didn't have the My Buddy because that shit was weird.
Because I didn't have the My Buddy because that shit was Chucky, and I don't give a fuck.
It
that
was
You know what I'm
Chucky.
saying? Like, why would I want a full size?
Overall and all, that was always
My
just
Buddy was just Chucky. But fuck that. I don't even have Chucky
Full
in my
size
house.
ass
Next
doll.
to you.
Why am I
Motherfuck you.
cuddling up with this? Hella weird. And if you had one, you can come meet me outside because that shit's weird.
I had Teddy Ruxpin next to me
I
instead of
don't Teddy
Psycho.
Ruxpin reading.
Instead of that psycho fucking My Buddy. Fuck that.
What about the glowworm? Did you have the
Oh,
glowworm?
I didn't have a glowworm. That shit was creepy as fuck.
It was creepy. Somebody gave it to
Just
me.
the face of that fucking
It
glowworm.
was, yes. It was like an Alice in Wonderland.
Yeah.
I was smoking the hookah kind of face. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not for kids. Y'all weird for that one too. Classics. I love this. Classic toy talk. Speaking of toys, Xbox releases
one last
pizza.
thing. Teddy Ruxpin movie would have been a thing, right? That could be a legit.
They made Paddington there.
Yeah. Sorry, go ahead. But that could be like your next Mario movie, your next.
Or it could be Polly Pocket, which is also on the list of Mattel.
Yeah, which is on the list of the movies. See if they do Polly Pocket, then they got to get what is the boy version? Max.
Yes, Max. I forgot about
It's
him.
not Montana Max, is it? No, Montana Max
No,
is the
that's
character
Tiny
from
Toons.
Looney Tunes.
That's Tiny Toons.
Yeah.
But they're making Matchbox cars as well. And I think who's connected to that one? Ryan Reynolds? I think Ryan
Already?
Reynolds. Yeah.
Damn,
For
just
directing.
throw-
For
just
directing.
throw Ryan Reynolds ass and everything.
Who's in the movie Cars? Who's the guy? Who's the?
That's Owen
It's
Wilson.
Owen Wilson.
Oh shit! Never mind. Okay.
Oh, again, since Ash interrupted my joke.
Hang on,
Speaking
so-
of toys, speaking of
There
toys,
he goes again.
did it again.
No, I'm saying sorry.
Damn it.
I'm kidding.
Speaking of toys, Xbox releases pizza scented controller as part of sweepstakes themed by Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Now, I ain't gonna lie to you. I saw this online and I thought it was a joke. A pizza scented controller. How long does that scent last? Is
You
it
know
stuff
what's on it.
scent?
It'll last a year, and then it'll fucking
On
fade.
your, is it gonna get on my hands?
You get your fucking kids. Whoever wins that shit's greasy hands. It's gonna fucking that smell is gonna go away.
Ugh.
It's marketing, right? It's cool, whatever. It's nothing. Not a
They should
big
have tag teamed it with Pizza Hut or something. Because you, oh man, that's just it writes itself.
Right? Why not Ninja Turtle? Like, why not controllers based on each of the turtles? I'll buy a
That'd be
Leonardo,
cool.
That'd
I'll
be
have
sick.
Leonardo controller so quick. So
The
quick.
bandana over the
Right?
bandana over the controller,
I'm
like
buying it so fast. What's going on? Do you think that could work for Xbox One? Because I didn't buy that new Xbox. Technically, I didn't buy my last Xbox either, but I don't want to buy the new one. I buy PlayStations, but I don't spend money on Xbox if I don't have to.
Same.
So,
Terrible.
do you want that fucking Ninja controller, or do you not?
Like, I kind of want that.
It looks
Like, I
your
want that
ass-
controller.
It looks like your ass better be getting an Xbox.
What if
Cortana.
they had a? You know what? I thought of something stupid. What if it was a clear controller, but whoever you pick, like if you pick Michelangelo, then your fucking shit turns orange.
Orange.
Do you think they're gonna want to sell one control when they can make like
All the
4
lights.
of them and make you buy
That
all
would be
4?
dope, right? That could be the Mad Cats.
That's
It would
true.
be dope, but that doesn't make them more money.
Yeah. Everybody, no, because I wonder how much
They
they
would-
would charge for
Yeah.
that. That'd be like one of them $200 controllers. And I'm not gonna do that.
But there would just be abundance of fucking Donatello controllers. That's all they would ever have.
I'm hating on Donatello. What the fuck?
There is no hate.
I
There
knew
is-
Andres would want to be Donatello.
I like Leonardo.
knew it.
Sorry, I like Leo, but I did.
That's me. Sorry.
I'll take Don. I'll take Don.
Nothing wrong with Donnie. Donnie's cool.
Speaking of that movie, it looks really good. I kind of want to watch it, which I
Okay.
never usually go on. But my daughter got into the Nickelodeon Ninja Turtles that I had never seen before, and I was like, "Hey, man, this shit rocks!"
Yeah, that's cool.
And then they
That
have
was-
they have that they had a video game, an actual arcade machine that's 4 players for that game at Chuck E. Cheese. And I was like playing, like sneak off playing it, and it was like so nostalgic that it felt like you were playing the OG arcade version. And I was like, God damn, this is pretty cool. So I'm kind of looking forward to that film.
The movie actually does look pretty good.
It does look good, and it does seem like they're teenagers as opposed to the other ones where they're like, "Are you really teenagers?" Or
even with the controversy around the April O'Neil, it still looks pretty good.
which is stupid because if you see the comic books, she was black in the comics.
I
So,
know. Sorry, guys.
so it's okay. You can still have a crush on April. Just
You can
because
still
she's
have a
black doesn't mean
redheaded
she's not worth
right?
your.
Redheaded
due to,
will always be there.
due to Instagram, I now know how turtles have sex. So I thought if Michelangelo and his crush really got with April O'Neil.
Hey, they're mutants, sir.
Yeah, but it's still gonna make that sound. Oh, dude.
That poor turtle was like, I'm so happy.
And it's still slow.
Right?
And the other-
There was
It's
so much space between Why was his little arms up like that?
Oh,
We should
that would be a good question. Which Ninja Turtle do you think is the best at sex?
Michelangelo.
The answer
If
is
you got
Donatello. No, the answer
Angry
is
sex with
Donatello.
Raphael. Fun
Actually,
sex with
I'm telling you, the
No,
answer is gonna be
Raphael's too
Donatello.
angry. He'd be just like there and out.
Right? Too rough. Donatello's the one that's done the research, read the
Yeah,
book.
I was gonna say Donatello probably goes like, yeah, he probably has the toys and shit too.
Definitely, he's gonna have the gadgets. It's Donatello.
50 Shades of Donatello is probably
He
what
did the
it's
Don't
research.
cancel us. Please
He's a,
don't.
he's a Batman knows where the clitoris is.
He's the only one.
Winter taught him well.
Get the rats out of there, girl. That ain't the way. That ain't the way.
That's not Splinter Tail.
All right, next topic. We're going too far into
I was
this.
like, cut that soundbite right there.
It's like I already know what the fucking highlight of this episode is gonna be.
You're welcome. All right, next topic. That madman Elon Musk is at it again, guys. He decided he was ruining Twitter, and he's on to his latest move of rebranding Twitter as X.
I'll go last. Mosby, handle it.
I don't understand his game plan. And I think I don't think he has one. I thought maybe he wanted to come in and make Twitter like what he said, because he was tired of getting mocked, but instead it just is deteriorated into nonsense. And so I don't understand what he thinks this rebrand is going to do. And it's boring and it's black and it's just a black X. And I'm like, the Twitter bird it's iconic. Like it's iconic, and a boring black X. I'm not seeing the vision. I'm not seeing it.
Ashy.
I don't know. I mean, ever since I guess the rumors are like to pay to be official or pay to be whatever. I don't know, man. A lot of people are leaving. There's this thing called Threads. I haven't looked into it at all.
Something else called Spill.
Yeah, see, I haven't looked in. Yeah, you never know what's gonna take, and it's sadly as an older person, you never know what's gonna take until like I loved MySpace because I was like basically my internet room. It was like GIFs, and it was a page, and it was this. And when they were like, all the kids went to Facebook, I was like, but you don't have nothing on here. It's all bland and nothing. Yeah. And then now that's old news, all the way to fucking Instagram and Twitter or TikTok and blah, 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 blah. But anyway, I don't understand the vision. I don't know what they want to do. But at the same time, the more specific he makes it, and the more like I feel like it can become something with richer people.
Mm-hmm.
And they will make it a thing because they will make it like, well, everybody left, you guys will pay for it. It will now become a thing. You know, like once all it'll take is Logan Paul to fucking be on it, and then maybe somebody, you know what I'm saying?
Ugh.
And the Instagram models and all these little things happening.
Yeah.
And that's no disrespect to them. It's just
A little bit.
ridiculous.
A little bit of disrespect from me.
It's a little bit. It's the tiniest thing because
Y'all kind of lame sometimes. Yeah. that mob of Vine kids is kind of lame sometimes. Very true.
So
gotten to the point. I'm sorry, bro.
Go ahead.
Gotten to the point where they're reacting to videos as if that is fucking content. That is not content. You reacting to something that's based on somebody else is not content. If you fucking then give your opinion or you this, that, but if it's just
right, the laugh point, I don't understand. I don't understand why I'm watching someone else.
Not content. You're the laziest motherfucker, and you're only using that to fucking look how pretty I am and look how it's just not. It's lazy.
Tell him, Ash. Call him out.
We're giving our opinions on stuff. We do skits. We do this. We do that. It's not that versus that because there's a fucking internet based on everything. But it's not. I don't want to see you giggle to somebody else falling on their ass, and you say nothing and add nothing. At least if you laugh like, then you add something. I get it. Your laugh is fucking stupid, and we all, but it's not. So I don't know how we got here, but I don't know if he makes it. I don't want to use this word segregated. Give me another word for it. As special, and those two aren't the same. As special as he tries to make it.
Exclusive.
Thank you. Exclusive as he tries to make it. I feel like it just takes a couple names to fucking do it, and then fuck it, we're back. I will pay the $5 or whatever it's gonna fucking be.
Somebody's gonna cave. It's gonna become the norm to pay the $8 blue check.
It's just stupid because what you put on Facebook goes on Twitter, goes on Instagram. You kind of fucking really don't need it.
I'm good. I'm not paying for these. I can't imagine purposely paying for social media. I just can't. I just couldn't. Nah. Nah.
So I'll give my opinion and then we'll move on to the next one. I liked Twitter before because that is a good place to get news that's like breaking and stuff. Like, so for sports, if it's for any of like the teams I follow, and like for example, I'm a big Dodger fan, and it's the trade. Sorry. Hey,
no, that was
sucking.
This is me, Angels fan.
Yeah. Anyway, I hope you enjoy losing Ohtani to us next year. Anyway,
with our new pitcher, not with our dope ass pitcher.
It's all right. Who's in first place? Thank you. You guys trying to make the wild card? Thank you. Anyway, so that's an awesome place to get like breaking news updates on sports and news topics. So I always use it for that. So I was always on it, and you follow people who you like, either actors or famous celebrities, and you get updates on them or whatever. But the place has been sucking since that dickhead took over. So I hardly go on, and if I do go on, it's just for sports stuff that I'm trying to get the info on. The guy's a douche, so I blocked him, so I don't get to see any of his dumbass bullshit. But he cries about threads after he's been like hemorrhaging so many users because of his fucking dumbass new policies. And then he complains that the other dork who fucking started threads too. And it's like, oh, these billionaires are fighting over fucking stupid social. I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna call it Twitter till the day it dies. I'll use it for whatever I used it for. I ain't gonna pay for a stupid X. I'm fucking nobody anyways, and I don't give a fuck about the action. Like because you have a blue check mark, I'm supposed to value your opinion more than somebody else. Fuck you. You're a loser for paying for social media anyways, if you're not a celebrity. So I don't care. Like, cool, it's gonna be Twitter till it dies, and when it dies, then I'll move on to whatever and get my news somewhere else. Fuck that fucking billionaire dork. You could suck my dick.
Damn, straight from Andres, ladies and gentlemen. Straight
fuck
up
that
and
guy.
down. I'm
Uh,
just there for Black Twitter. Shout out to Black
Hell
Twitter.
yeah. I would love going and you see stuff on Black Twitter. Like, I didn't know that, and now I know something. I learned something new from Black Twitter. I enjoyed going there for Black Twitter.
Absolutely. Some of the best community I've had is in Black Twitter. Absolutely. Okay. We've got 2 more topics for this evening. It's a quick episode this evening. Next is the boys spinoff, Gen V. We should start seeing episodes in September.
That was faster than I thought.
I know, huh? I guess they got to push it up because the boys season is just kind of sitting on ice with the strike going on. So
Who's
I don't know
this
how
based?
to push. Huh?
Who's this? I'm sorry. Who's this based on?
No, go for it. I was gonna shoot it to you anyway, so you could.
Oh, it's a spinoff about Compound V. So it's not based on any particular.
It's Fear the Walking Dead kind of thing.
No, it's other kids getting the Compound V using their powers. I don't know if they were the practice squad first or what.
There's Walking Dead, and then there's Fear the Walking Dead.
Oh, sorry, I didn't watch The Walking Dead. I didn't get the reference.
Okay.
It was good till it wasn't.
But yeah, I guess I see what you're saying now. The Walking Dead and then Fear the Walking Dead. So yes, the boys and then Gen V. Other kids getting that Gen V juice, getting that.
So, Ashley, will you watch?
Getting some of that good Compound V juice. He asked you, Ash, are you going to watch it?
Yeah, I'm watching The Boys. That sounded weird. Luis, don't make that a fucking clip.
We're speaking of the TV show The Boys, so that way you don't have to put the next one.
Right? Disclaimer.
Yeah, disclaimer. Thank you.
Yeah. I'm so interested in The Boys show that, like, I don't know, man. When they do this again, it takes away from just do something new. Just wait till the fucking shit. It's got maybe 1 to 2 more seasons.
Hey, bro, I think we're just gonna have to get used to that IP. Whatever existing IP it does well right now, they're gonna just keep either making more or branching off. So it's gonna have to be something that we get used to, I guess. I don't.
But I'm not saying, okay, I think we talked about this. There was Power Rangers, and then there was VR Troopers, and then there was this, and there was that. Like, it doesn't have to be, it's G.I. Joe, but it's Snake Eyes. Like, it could be,
Similar, but not the same.
Yeah. Like, we had Smurfs, we had fucking
Snorks.
Snorks, we had, you know what I mean? Like, it just, and it wasn't the same, it was the same overall idea, but there was,
Oh, like Ninja Turtles, Street Sharks, Biker Mice from Mars. Yeah.
Street Fighters, bad dudes. I get that everything takes from another thing, but it doesn't need to be like, here's another story. Because when it doesn't work, then it affects the original, and then everybody's fucked. Like, fuck. They did Walking Dead. It was amazing. Fear the Walking Dead came out, and then it's.
To be fair, Fear of the Walking Dead's been going since it's been out. So I haven't watched, so I don't know how good it is, but
exactly. No, I'm not saying it's horrible. I'm saying saturation.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, nobody watches Rampage anymore because Collision came out. You know what I mean?
Two new Walking Dead shows coming out, too, by the way.
2 more spinoffs.
One with Maggie and Esteban's boyfriend.
Daryl.
And, No, it's the other one. Dean, what's his face?
Dean Morgan, Jeffrey
Yeah,
Dean Morgan.
thank you. Henry.
What was his name?
Egan.
Nelson.
Egan.
Come on, Nelson.
I said
And then
his
there's
name.
Michonne and Rick are getting their own show too. So.
And I thought Danny was done with it.
I thought they were doing a movie.
I thought I thought she was walking away from Walking Dead, but I guess after.
Maggie, no, so she had that show on CBS, and that show didn't do good, and then she came back.
No, I
Oh,
mean.
yeah. She
I mean,
was like a
Danny.
like a
I thought
spy or
Danny.
something.
Sorry, no, I was talking about Danny. I thought Danny was done playing the
Oh,
machine,
okay.
but I guess
Oh.
not. I know who Michonne is.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Nobody else, but I know who Michonne is.
Money talks.
When I saw Black Panther Wakanda, like, and Wakanda Forever, I mean, like, I see a different character, but like that fucking badass is like Michonne, you know?
In her face.
Yeah.
Both the Wakanda movies kind of let me down, bro. And now that you brought it up, I was like, oh yeah, Wakanda Forever. They're gonna take my black card for this, but it is what
The
it
first
is.
Black Panther was so fucking good.
It wasn't, but that's okay.
I fucking loved it so much.
It was alright. It was alright.
At least the fight scenes with Killmonger were fucking the shit.
Oh,
Yeah. Killmonger was pretty dope.
when he's fucking dying and he's just standing with his cousin. Oh, that was fucking dope.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. It's like,
Definitely impactful. Definitely
The
impactful.
black futurism in that was like when you see Wakanda,
Oh,
like,
yeah.
dude, that shit was
Beautiful to look at.
yeah.
I will never take away from that. Never take away from the beauty of the people, the costumes, the hairstyles, the makeup. Gorgeous from top to bottom. The story.
and the tribes were different too.
Yes, and you could tell
The
who.
way they dressed up.
Yes.
Yeah.
I loved seeing the tribes of Africa come together like that, and the different ones that you could see who they were inspired by, like Igbo influences, Yoruba influences, Benin influences. I know there are way more tribes. I wish I knew more of them. I'm all.
But tell me how much it sucked again. As your tell me how much it sucked again.
The story was not it.
Really?
I got bored about halfway through because I was like, when is T'Challa gonna really start punching people's heads off their bodies? And he never did. So I was like, all right. You nerfed him like crazy because yeah, he could put his fist through your chest. Like, let's be for real, it's Black Panther. So when I saw how much they had nerfed him and made him all goofy and young acting, I was like, this is the same dude that hunted down Bucky through multiple countries and beat him in Civil War. This guy? Oh, okay. I guess. I wasn't, yeah. He didn't have the same ferocity. So I was like, okay. They nerfed him. And so it was a little bit boring for me. Beautiful to look at.
I got you. No hate on my part.
I got chewed out by several friends when I was like, don't worry. I have this opinion.
You get no hate from me.
Ash is just like, I'll
I'm
never see you the same again.
I've lost my black card 7 times in this fucking show.
You really
So-
have.
I'm glad they.
Black card is with New Kids on the Block.
That was a phase. But I'm down to go do the cruise.
Hey,
Um,
I'm there for it.
The right stuff.
That would be fucking. Oh my god, that'd be so fucking fun.
Yeah,
I'd
watch that.
It's a nostalgia thing too for them.
Mhm.
But I'm glad they made the sister in part 2. You know, because it could have easily gone to Creed 3 guy.
Butterfly.
I'm horrible at names.
Creed. Are you talking about Jonathan Majors?
No, not
No.
Jonathan. That is-
You talking about Michael B. Jordan, and you gonna say Creed?
Keep going.
No. When they did a fan trailer with the guy. Oh fuck!
You'll get there. Keep trying.
M'Baku?
M'Baku.
Oh, he was in Creed 3?
No.
See,
When they were first saying Creed, the character. Okay, so it was a guy just punching the bag.
uh-huh.
Jonathan Majors became that character, but there was a point where that guy he was gonna be Creed 3. Again, I'm not sure if it was gonna be like a fan made thing.
Oh,
But
I
they
see.
put it to music, and then they put Creed 3 on there, and
Oh,
it really looked like a legit movie. Like it looked like it was gonna be the thing.
Oh, you're talking about Winston Duke. Got it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Got it.
Anyway, but yeah, I mean, I'm because it part two almost made it like she was like another Robert Downey Jr. like genius, like added stuff to the suit. You know what I mean? It was pretty cool. And then the topper was she got advice, spoiler alert, from the bad guy. I don't know, man. It was pretty cool. It was just a survival thing. You're you don't have the killer instinct that your brother had. And she thought the mentor was gonna be him, and the mentor was the one person to give her the killer instincts, which was him.
I mean, why not see her mother? That's what's crazy to me. Why not see the mom? It's weird that she would see someone that she had a conversation and a half with. I'm just saying. Kind of weird.
It was strong. And she ended up going how she went.
They wanted her to be angry. We get it. It was about her like losing control and getting angry. And that was the only way she was going to be able to channel the power she needed. I get it.
Okay.
I got you. But you know, most powerful country on the planet with all the top scientists in the world, and the brother dies of a mysteriously incurable disease. All right. Could have said like vibranium poisoning, could have said adamantium poisoning from when Claw was fucking on anything. No, mysterious incurable disease in the world's most advanced nation.
Like the biggest.
We got it. I'd rather they had said he was killed in battle or anything other than mysterious disease that the smartest person in the world couldn't figure out.
After the snap, do you ever see him, or does he survive the snap?
He comes back from the snap.
Yeah, he comes back. He didn't survive.
You know, they come out all the Wakandans came out together.
Okay.
That was pretty dope.
I think of another way they could have done it, but yeah.
I mean, to me, when I was watching Wakanda Forever, I was watching a backup movie, and it was a lot of energy to me said this was our backup because we had already written a movie and that movie couldn't happen anymore. So we had to come up with something else. And so, you know, no disrespect to Shuri. Shuri does become queen. She does wear the suit at a point. Like, that's all accurate. They just skipped like 15 years of story to get there. And so it was just like, once again, here's Marvel saying we're going to do whatever the hell we want, pluck and pull from as many stories as we want. And, you know, take it or don't. Take it or don't.
Well, they're not going to sit through not 15 years, but they're not going to sit through other people being the king to get to that.
They should have just recasted. We would have accepted it.
I don't know. I think that would have been a big.
There was a huge number. There was a large number of us. There was a large number of us.
You want Elder Barge to play Black
What?
Panther? No, I heard Elder Barge.
Now we talking over each other. You sound crazy. Elder Barge.
He has the rhythm of the night.
He does have the rhythm of the night. That's very true. No, we wanted, like, there was a large amount of us that wanted him recast because there's several more stories we wanted to see them, and we didn't get to see him and Storm together, and so it's just
true.
Yeah.
All of that's done now. Like, all of that's done, unless they're going to start Storm as the same age as T'Challa's son, and then she ends up with the son instead. Which could happen because in one of the X-Men movies, when they put Charles in there, she was still a little girl. They hadn't found her yet. So if they ever go back to X-Men, you know, the same thing we've been begging them to do for about 10 years now. If they ever go back to X-Men, maybe we get a young Aurora and she meets young, what was his name? T'Challa Jr., John Baptiste III, whatever was he called himself. Insert Haitian name here.
In part two, so again, you can absolutely hate. And it's not that you hate, it's just you don't like the movie. But a lot of stuff happened. Like the future of it, to save it, is happening because that happened.
Yeah, I get it. It's a tough decision to make. It was a tough choice. recast him or switch to Shuri. Like, it was a tough choice. I get it.
I'm horrible at comics. Do Black Panther and Storm have a kid? Because that sounds like
Yes.
genetic gone
Yes.
wild.
I'm away. Yes. Yes. A
Yeah.
daughter, I think, if I'm remembering right. Somebody correct me in the comments. I think it's a daughter.
Okay.
But then again, Storm has
Sounds like-
Storm has kids with a few people. Storm has kids with a few people, by the way. People give Wolverine a lot of shit for sticking and moving, but y'all really need to be looking over at Miss Storm because she be having a good time, is all I'm saying.
Yeah.
We got a few kids with a few people. That's what I'm saying.
There's a son. His name is Azari.
Oops. It was a son. Azari could be a girl's name.
Yeah, it's his son.
In my defense, it was a son.
They have other siblings, but there's a son.
And like in another story, she has a kid with Thor. I did a cosplay of that kid, by the way. That's a self-plug.
With Thor?
Yes, in an Elseworld story, they have a daughter
Yeah.
named Thunderstorm. Named Thunderstorm. I did that cosplay.
Thunderstorm? Come on.
Thunderstorm.
Come on.
Get it? Get it?
Here comes the airplane. Come on.
Well,
That's like, it's not even, sorry. It just does,
it is Thunderstorm.
It made Homegirl look hella thick.
She looks like this.
Yeah, that's the same picture I was looking at.
Oh,
Look, and then hold on, because since I brought it up, I'm all.
and she has the old school.
Ah.
That's cool.
It does look good shit.
Thanks. But yeah, she gets a hammer as well. She gets her own. Storm also gets her own. It's crazy. It's a good story. Storm gets her own axe, and then the daughter gets one eventually as well. That's a hell of a combo right there. A thunder god and storm.
Yeah.
I can't imagine how much stuff got hit by lightning when they were involved. For real.
They can't even wear socks on rugs.
Seriously.
All right. With your fucking joke, we're gonna move on to the last topic of the night.
The last topic is that Transformers Rise of the Beasts, or whatever it was called, is now on Paramount Plus. For those of you who didn't get a chance to see it in theaters, don't forget I said spoiler before I gave that spoiler.
I'm gonna see it.
I
Okay,
saw
so
it in theaters.
I don't care to watch. Not that you saw it. Whatever. It's not gonna make me go buy another fucking subscription. So, ooh.
For real, what else is on Paramount Plus? Like, who's
shit? Where I'm like, gosh, should I spend another like $10 a month on this? I don't fucking need to spend another $10.
They're spending cable bill money right now. Cable bill money is what y'all spending. Remember when we were mad at that?
Well, okay, it's cable bill money, and you could only see MTV and Comedy Central. It's cable bill money being able to see. They would charge you cable bill money and then extra for this, that, all this other
channels.
Right. Now we have the option to have it's cable bill money, but at least there's shows, this, that, this fucking movie, this, whatever.
That's what it used to be. But now these streaming networks have the audacity to be releasing one episode a week. What's the difference? One episode a week. I'm supposed to be able to binge. That's the point of streaming.
But they no longer have the Nielsen radar? They no longer have that bullshit. Because they can't gauge what you're into, so they can sell you shit. So now it's got to come out once a week so they can figure out going up, going down, going this, going that. Like if you binge it, like you can, there's people like me that'll see 3 episodes, binge it, and that fucking sucked. Right? All in one weekend. Whereas if you do like Succession, then you're like, now we're going to do a podcast. now we're gonna fucking blah blah blah. Now we're gonna, like they knew what to fucking do weekly.
Yeah.
And also
I'm sure those companies know what the streams are for the shows. They just don't, like Netflix knows what their shit does.
You know what I'm saying? They got the
And they just don't tell people. They're like,
and then two, they know the next thing's not going to be ready for 2 months, so make them wait because the next thing is not going to be ready for 2 months to keep them here. Because again, we'll binge in a weekend.
it's like give me a weekend, that shit's gonna be done. Yeah.
In a weekend it'll be done, and that season 2 won't come for like a year and a half, or even longer if there's a strike, whatever.
Like Stranger Things, like that's like 2
like
years.
Stranger Things.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, absolutely.
Notice it was the end. It wasn't the end. But I wish they would get rid of this. Actually, I take that back. I wish they'd make a full season and then just split the season like they do, like they did Ozark, where they gave us the first 12, then they took a gap, then they gave us the next 12. Like that's I could be okay with that. Because then now you've got everything filmed up. You can put space in between the release, gives you time to go film something else, edit something else. And you've given me a 24 episode season, like what I'm used to on TV. Like I'll shout out Supernatural forever, because to the bitter end, Supernatural gave you 22 episodes a season. And I respect Supernatural for that. Even when it was like, you can stream it, 22 episodes a season.
Damn, bro, did you really need 22 episodes of that show?
Yes, I did.
That's why I stopped watching.
Yes.
That's why I stopped watching The Flash, because it was like, fuck, if I miss one episode, and it's like, did I really miss much? I was like, oh, I get to miss, and I like the episodes with King Shark in it, but it's like, oh, they got King Shark again, huh? They got King Shark back, huh?
King Shark better than I like the Suicide King Shark.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That time. Don't even get me started on the Suicide Squad movies. Don't. Let's not bring that up. That was our last topic, by the way.
We are done for the night. So
before we go, because we talked about trailers, and I know like we've decided to start sprinkling in a little bit more anime into the shows because we've got some anime fans. Shout out to Netflix for dropping two incredible new trailers. One for the live action One Piece. Yeah, boy.
How did it look? I haven't seen it, but I'm interested to see how a live action of that would.
Yeah. I smiled. Okay. I was smiling through the whole trailer. Like,
was that live action Naruto looked like? Oh shit!
Some of it was like, yeah, like I can't wait to see that. Some of it was like, oh no, it turns out that's very corny.
That live action Double Dragon looked like shit.
Like when you see Buggy the clown, like you're like, all right, Buggy, all right. We thought you was cute, kind of weird, but yeah, Buggy. One Piece trailer, and then the next one that I wanted to bring up was this new Castlevania trailer that dropped.
They're doing another season of Castlevania?
It's a prequel. Castlevania.
I only saw the first season of Castlevania, and it was so good.
Castlevania was great. They did 4 seasons, ended it very well. The action was fantastic, and so the trailer for Castlevania Nocturne looks fucking incredible. Go check out those 2 trailers. Leave some comments. Let us know what you think. Because as I said, we're going to be doing a little bit more conversation around anime as we move forward.
By the way, I have a trailer. So when you see Oppenheimer, you get the first trailer for the new Exorcist trilogy. And I was like, the OG Exorcist was like one of my favorite horror movies. But the trailer actually looked really good. I was like, oh shit, I'm gonna have to go watch this movie in the theaters now.
Ash won't go.
Yeah, you
look at his face.
That trailer brings some chills, so I would say like nah.
I heard it's like a callback. I heard it's a callback to the OG like Linda Blair Exorcist.
Well, because her mom, the actress that plays her mom, comes out in this one.
Ooh. So, now we're having fun.
It looked good. So if you want to go watch a horror trailer, go watch that. I enjoyed it. All right. That's a show, folks.
Let us know in the comments any trailers you want us to watch and comment on. Good night.
And thank you all for joining us. We appreciate every single one of you. And please feel free to reach out to us. We'll write you back. So thank you. Have a good night.
Like, subscribe. Good night, everybody.